This is Dick, WB2JPQ, and I'll be your host for the first hour here on the Morning Brew, and then Al, KBAC, will be along. Vicky, KEAVKY, is on the log for at least the first hour this morning. Got a whole bunch of text check-ins this morning. I got Wayne, we got Roy, BA3GLY, Greg, we got Ray from Pennsylvania, we got Paul, we got Keith, KQ4YYN, Joe in Georgia, we got Norm, NY1US, got Terry in Tennessee, we got David, haven't seen David for a while in Sacramento, California, we got Joe in Claremont, Florida. Good morning to you, Joe, we'll get to you in a minute. And we got Adam in Illinois, W9AFK. Let's take some mobiles this morning. Let's see what I have for mobile. Mobile stations only. Call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, mobile.
In and out.
Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee. The guy in the Walls Metro area, mobile. TDF, K4, TDF.
W4JDC, Whiskey 4, Juliet Delta Charlie. W4JDC, we got you. We had Gil from Orlando, W4GC, GDS. KJ5GUY, Christopher, KE2EED, and KZ4JN. Let me start out with you. Good morning to Gainesville, Florida, KZ4JN, and the question this morning is, how often do you get a haircut? How often do you get a haircut? I don't know what you want, Vicky. Maybe in weeks, I guess, would probably be the best for the log, so good morning.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky, and everyone else on the Brew crew. I would say about every 10 weeks or so. I hope everyone's going to have a great day and stay safe out there. This is Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, back to net control.
And it is. Good morning to Christopher, KE2EED. KE2EED. Are you still with me this morning, Christopher? Mark him one and done, in and out this morning. We'll go to Guy, KJ5GUY.
From Yankee down here, Metrodome. Mobile way home from work from Troop B here. Beautiful morning so far. Sun isn't quite up. And good morning, and thanks for taking my call, and good morning everybody on the net here. Can you repeat the question again? I had a little QRN or something was going on. Didn't quite get it.
Oh, we sure can. You're just a tad noisy, but you're 100% readable. Yeah, the question this morning is, how often in weeks do you get your hair done? How often do you get your hair cut?
I would say every 6 weeks, I guess. Yeah, about every 6 weeks. That's about it. So, back to you, net control, and listen, everybody, good morning out there. Bon matin, ladies and bon temps route.
guy here in Harvey, Louisiana. We don't hear a whole lot out of Louisiana. I know that N5GUT is connected up here all the time, so it's good to hear you guys. Good morning to Gil in Orlando, K4GDS.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone on the Brew. Well, my wife is a retired hairdresser, so she does it, a little more than a month. Let's call it 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, I say K4GDS back to net.
In Huntsville, Alabama, W4JDC. I get my hair cut once every 2 weeks, here once a month, W4JDC. Thank you, Jay. Do I have any more mobiles? Do I have any more mobile stations this morning?
Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike. Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike.
KE2 FLO, KE2 FLO, good morning, in and out.
Kilo Delta 2, Uniform Charlie Juliet.
Victor Hotel, in and out. Thank you.
Kilo Delta 2, Uniform Charlie Juliet.
I think we missed one in there. We got Robert in Watertown. Whoa, we don't hear much from Watertown. Welcome, KD2UCJ. Mike from Buffalo, I think Mike was in and out this morning, KE2FLO. And Jose, my buddy Jose from St. Cloud, KO4FBM, all mobile. Good morning, Jose. And Austin, you get your hair cut. Good morning.
Good morning, Jake, Vicky, back to the morning brew. I would say every 4 or 5 weeks. For the rest of the day, slow day today. Back to you, sir, 73.
Well, Jose, I didn't think you ever had a slow day down there. You're always busy. Thanks for being there. Let me go to Mike just in case he's got him, and then Mike in Buffalo, KE2FLO. I know you said you were in and out, Mike, but can you come in and say good morning?
Good morning, this is KE2 FLO.
Mike, you want to answer our question this morning? How often do you get your hair cut? I guess Mike is gone. To me, he sounded like he died off with a dead battery at the very end, but thanks for being there, Mike. We'll make you one and done. How about Robert in Watertown? KD2UCJ.
Hey, first time checking in, so I'm glad I get to catch you. I get my hair cut once every 2 weeks. I'm still active duty military up here at Fort Drum, New York, and they make me do it. They make me have a clean haircut, so sometimes it's a burden, but I guess I look good, right? Back to you.
There you go. I get mine every 3 weeks, and I've done it every 3 weeks for probably 50 years. I have a standing appointment. All right, let's go up, work some of these text check-ins. Go up to Wayne, then we'll do some radio check-ins as well here. We'll do a few texts and a few radio and alternate back and forth. KC2NJV, good morning, Wayne.
Good morning, Dick, and the rest of the group.
KC2NJV here, and I'll go with 10 weeks. That seems to be the average.
All right, Wayne, 10 it is. Morning to Roy, KABYU.
Good morning, Dick. Good to have the Brew. KABYU. It might have about every 12 weeks or so. About every 3 months.
Well, 12 weeks it is, right? Let's go up across the pond. Morning to Craig, VA3GLJ.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning to the Brew crew. Warmed up a little bit overnight, and we currently sit at 57 degrees Fahrenheit or 14 degrees Celsius. Answer to your question, I really don't get a lot of them because I'm getting kind of thin out there. Maybe 4 times a year, so that would be every 13 weeks. Everybody have a great Wednesday in 73, VA3GLJ.
I guess this question wasn't thought out very well. I didn't think about that. Thanks for being here. Good morning to Ray, Beaver, Pennsylvania, N3DQD.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the crew in there this morning. I get mine every 3 to 4 weeks, most often every 3 weeks. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Ray. Good morning to Paul, KQ9KX.
Good morning. Well, the real answer is when my wife tells me to, but I would say every 6 weeks, KQ9KX.
And Vicky has a category for that, wifey. Thanks, Paul. W9QJQ, Keith. Good morning.
Well, good morning, everybody. Well, I'm gonna be a different one here. I don't get haircuts. I shave my head, so white hair just don't look good on me. So every 2 days, I take the Remington and we go up on top of that head and we get her down to her skin. So I don't have hair to cut. I shave my head every 2 days.
Vicky now has a column for shave, so you're right in line, Joe. Good morning to Joe, KQ4YYN Mobile.
Brew crew. Every 12 weeks, and my daughter notices when I get a haircut. 11, well, she will be 11 next month. She's 10. She said, Daddy, what'd you do? I said, you got your haircut? I said, no, how can you tell? So anyway, every 12 to 14 weeks. Back to you there, Mr. Dick.
Hey, Joe, and Vicky did show me your text to her about your 1000th contact. Great, good job. I guess I just haven't seen you to talk to you. Thanks for being there, Joe. Good morning to Norm, South Wales, New York, NY1US.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody on the Brew crew today. And I go every 4 weeks, about, give or take. Depends on when I start looking shaggy, but not much hair, but so I don't look shaggy too often, so I'd say every 4 weeks. Have a good day, guys.
We got you down for the non-shaggy column. Thanks, Norm. Let me work these last 4 and then we'll go to radio check-ins. Morning to Terry, KF4ACB. KF4ACB. Terry, are you still with us? Series 1 and done as well. Good morning to David. Haven't talked to you for a while, David. N6QDY.
Hey, good morning, Dick, Vicky, the Brew Crew, and the Zoom Room, N6QDY. Yeah, great to hear from you as always. Been monitoring on and off on the live stream periodically. Been busy with work, you know how it is. Cutovers and the whole 9 yards for microwave. But anyways, I'd say to answer the question, every 5 weeks, I'd say, 5 weeks. Good to hear from you. Great to be back. N6QDY, back to net. Have a good day.
Yeah, glad I got that text from you. I was wondering where you had been. Thanks, David. Good to hear you. My buddy Joe in Claremont, KM4Z, or WZD. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the crew. You're looking for a number. Gosh, it's hard to know for sure, but let's put 12 weeks down. That sounds about right. I basically let it go until it's so shaggy that it starts to bother me, and then I take care of it. Maybe not the best way to go, but it works out. Everybody take care. Happy Wednesday. 7-3, KM4WZD. Back to net.
Comment. Nick Control, this is KF4ACB. I picked up the wrong microphone a minute ago. Sorry about that.
Kerry? Okay, Kerry, you want to answer our question?
I had myself for doing it. I'm sleepy this morning. Not had much sleep. I get a haircut about once a month. I wear what's it called? I guess it's a gentleman's cut off the ear and off the collar. And once it gets on the collar, it just depends on the time of the year too. Sometimes it grows quicker in the summer, so it may be anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Back to you, KF4ACB.
All right. Thanks, Jerry. Last time the next check-ins here for a while is Adam. W9AFK.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, I guess. Here in Chicago, it's going to be 105 degrees. So as my dad used to say, hey, kid, it's time to get your ears lowered. And I would put me down for every 4 weeks. W9AFK, back to net.
Ears lowered. I haven't heard that for a long time either. That's kind of an old saying. I was going to use this morning for a question, something to the effect that how long has it been since you ran over a black bell hose at a gas station? But I didn't figure there was enough people out there that would remember what the black hose in a gas station was even for. So we'll save that for something else. Okay, let's take some radio check-ins. Anybody anywhere? Twice and slowly. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, along with Vicky, KAVKY.
Oh, Charlie 2.
This is November Alpha 1 Bravo Echo.
AC2 GRN Joel East Yapay.
The 6 Delta India Quebec, KD6DIQ, in and out.
Zulu X-ray, KC5CZX. Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf November.
KFA, CWF.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie, Whiskey Foxtrot.
ERX. WB2 ERX.
N5GRT, N5GRT, in and out.
KO4FRR, KO4FRR.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Alpha Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Alpha Victor.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Mike November, KE8, SMN. KD6, DIQ, Kilo Delta 6, Delta Indy Quebec, in and out.
N5GI, N5GI.
Let me grab it here. Wow. That was a pretty good list for radio check-ins this morning. We might have missed a couple. They were coming fast and furious. A couple people didn't give it twice. Good morning to Rick in the villages, N5GI. Good morning to Jeff, KE8SNM, Mike, and KC3LAV. We got Vern. He's probably footmobile. We'll get back to you in a minute, Vern. We got Joe in Sorrento, Florida. We got Kurt. We got Rich in Ridge, New York. We got Bill in Palmyra. We got Roger in Fort Lauderdale. We got Patrick. We got Brian in Warren, Michigan. We got my friend Tim up in Windsor, Ontario. We got Daryl in Lubbock, Texas. We got Todd in Yucca Valley, KC2GRN. We got Don in Hollywood, Florida. N2LWY Dale in Elizabethtown, New Jersey. And it looks like Chuck. Here's a lot. Oh, I know. That went up too far. Chuck was a text check-in. Where do we start here? I guess we started with Joel. KC2GRN. Yuck Tank. I'm not saying that right here this morning. New York. Good morning, Joel. Why don't you start this round out? And our question here is, how often in weeks you get your hair cut?
Morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody on the Morning Brew. KC2GRN. I get my hair cut once a month, whether it needs it or not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It seems to be getting less and less as time goes on. Well, in any case, everybody have a great day. KC2GRN, back to next.
Thank you, Joel. Say good morning, my friend Todd in Yucca Valley. He was in an KD6 TIQ. He just reminded me they got a couple of mobiles. Let me go down to Patrick. KB2POB. Good morning. Hey, everybody. I get my hair cut about once every 3 weeks. Yep. KB2POB. Back to net. 3 it is. Good morning to Vern, VA3CRF.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Out for a walk here, not in Waterdown, but in Quebec City. I'm actually walking up on the plains of Abraham, which have a great view of the city. 58 degrees already. It's going to be a nice warm day. Looking forward to it. Not a cloud in the sky. And we have a long drive ahead of us. driving home today. It's about 9 hours. In terms of the question of the day, Dick, every 6 to 7 weeks I get a haircut, go to the same barber. He only charges me $16 for a cut and a wash. I can't justify paying more than that because I don't even have that much hair. Hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for doing it, Dick. VA3CRF.
Well, 9 hours. Yeah, I was going to say 10, but you're a long way away. We'll travel safe. We'll catch you in the morning when you're back home. Let me go to Daryl in Lubbock, Texas. He's probably on his way home from work. KC5CZX. Good morning, Daryl.
Well, good morning, KC5CZX. I would say between 9 and 12 weeks I go do that. Back to that, KC5CZX.
All right, and 10 it is. Tim, Windsor, Ontario, VE3TGN. Seems like we just talked late last night, Tim. Good morning.
Taking Vicky there in the Brew. My son cuts my hair whenever I need it. I haven't got much hair left, but every second month he goes there. So have a good night, and it's going to be hot here in Windsor. In the next few days, we're going to get into triple. But I'm going away, heading north Friday with my new trailer there, so I won't be on the air. I don't know if there will be a repeater. I'm going over 380 kilometers from Windsor. And thanks, Dick, for listening to me, and back to you there. VE3TG in Windsor, Ontario. Sir, thanks again to all. 73.
Well, travel safe, Tim. I'm glad you let us know you won't be there. We'd be looking for you. You're a regular, like I told you last night. Brian, Warren, Michigan, KFHCWF.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew crew. I'm a member of the Shave Your Head Club. My wife finally broke down, bought me a razor because she was tired every 4 to 6 weeks to get the clippers out and do my hair for me. So I'm now a shaver. And by the way, the bell hose still in use today at my car wash. Back to net control, KF8CWF.
I was thinking about using that question last night. I was Googling, trying to find the sound of that bell. I was going to ring the bell and see if anybody remembered it. It had a very distinct sound to it. Thanks for the humor here this morning. Roger, N4R8, good morning.
WB2GPQ, good morning, Godfather. Clever cousin Vicky, good ears. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. Seldom, but I did trim 3 inches off last week. Now it is only 20 inches long. Lots of shampoo and conditioner. But it seems like my face is getting bigger every month, Dick. November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast. Return to net.
Vicky just said, did he actually say? And I'm sitting here waiting for her to see what category she puts you in. It was called seldom, Vicky, so I don't know what you want to do there. It's all up to you, seldom. Thanks, Roger. Good morning, Bill. N2BH.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, everybody. I'm in the shave club also. I shave it daily, and the rest of the day we'll see what happens. It's going to be a nice day. N2BH.
Thank you, Bill. Let me go up to Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. He's been patiently waiting here, trying to get some of these radio check-ins and text check-ins balanced out here a little bit this morning. Thanks for waiting, Chuck. W5CVE.
Okay, Dick, and Vicky and everybody on the Brew there will say good morning. Put me down for every 8 weeks there around, Dick. And with that, we'll send it back to you, W3CVE.
All right, Chuck, we got you down for 8. You have a nice day. Thanks for being here every day. We look forward to everybody on here, but you're one that stands out, been here a long time. Morning to Dale, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, N2LWY.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the crew. Well, I'm temporarily up here at Cape Vincent, New York. And yes, I do remember the hoses at the gas. Think of one that hasn't today. On your question of the day, anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks, or when my wife complains. And 2LPY, and net control.
Got you in the wifey column, thanks to Dale. And yeah, I can still hear the sound. I was going to school, I worked in a gas station, and you never forget those sounds. Good morning, Ricky. N2MEX. Leading River, New York, N2MEX. Are you still with us? Got to step away. We'll mark him in and out. We'll go back to Lubbock, Texas to Doug, W5VEO. VEO, Mark, are you still with us? Doug is gone as well. Maybe I made these guys wait a little bit too long. Mark is still with us. I can see him in the Zoom room. KE2EDS. Good morning again, Mark.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky, and good morning to the rest of the crew. And the answer to the question here is 6 weeks. It's pretty much religious as far as when I set my next scheduled haircut. Have a great day, KE2EDS.
Six it is. Let's go to my buddy Don, W4PPX. What's it going to be, Don?
Good morning, guys. Father and Vicky and everybody on the Brew crew this morning. Yeah, I can remember that ding, 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 ding. It was either another customer or a bunch of kids on their bicycles. Put me down for about every 5 weeks on a haircut. Hope everybody has a good day. 7-3, back to you, Dick.
Thanks, Don. You have a nice day down there. Let's go to Ridge, New York. Rich, WB2ERX. Good morning, Rich.
Okay, Vicky and the group. It's about 6 weeks for me. 6 weeks for the haircut and about 1964 for the ding, ding, ding. WB2ERX will be clear.
64, huh? You think that's when they did away with the ding ding dings and started self-pumping? I don't know. Good question to research. Kurt from Morton, Texas was in and out, N5DRT. Good morning to you. We'll go to Joe, Sacramento. No, Joe is in Sorrento, Florida. I already thought we did Joe, but we did him in the Zoom room. Can't wait to hear Joe's answer. KO4FRR.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning. This is Joe, KL4FRR. All I have to say about the 4 to 6 weeks where I go and just get it all saved off, except for my beard and mustache. Talk to you in the Zoom room later, and I'll talk to you, talk to you later.
I think Roger has a beard, Joe. I think it's no more than fair that he comes in the Zoom room here and we compare beards one of these days. So maybe we can get South Florida Roger to come in here someday. Good morning, Mike. KC3LAV, and this is Dick WB2JPQ with the Morning Brew. Number, what are we here? 1013 already on the 23rd of July. Morning, Mike.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Dick, and good morning to everyone on the crew this morning. It's great to hear all these wonderful answers. I'm going to say 4 weeks prior to my monthly chiropractic adjustment. And hope everyone has an outstanding day. It's beautiful down here in Warwick Township, Lancaster County. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor, back to net. Thank you. We're clear.
Well, thank you, Mike. Down for 4 weeks. Rochester Hills, Michigan. Morning, Jeff. KE8SMN.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky, everyone on the Brew. This is KE8SMN. Put me down for 3 weeks, and that's pretty much burned in stone. I don't like to let it go. KE8SMN, back to net.
Yeah, me too. I've been, like I said earlier, been 3 weeks for probably 50 years. 40 anyway. What's going on in the villages, Rick? N5GI. N5GI. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Derek, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew crew. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. And the answer to the question today is every 6 weeks approximately. And a ding-ding to all the rest of the folks on the net this morning. Back to you, Dick, N5GI.
6 weeks. And Rick remembers the ding-ding. Dennis in Dansville, W2KDC.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody on the Brew. It varies a little bit, 5 to 6 weeks on the haircut, so put down whichever number you like. And yeah, I remember the ding-dings. I hadn't thought about them until a long time, but you started with them today. But yeah, it was an interesting sound, and we used to have fun riding our bicycles over the hose. So, W2KDC, back to you.
Right, going to get off the subject here this morning on here. We'll be talking about ding-dings, but might be an interesting morning brew someday. Good morning, Charlie, Sun City, Florida, NA2B.
Well, good morning, Dick, and everybody on the crew from Birdie and I in Tampa Bay this morning. It's a nice cool 77 here this morning. Very pleasant start of the day. Response to the question, Dick, about every 4 weeks, and I'll be honest with you, Birdie does my hair more than the barbershop, so about every third month I'll go to the barbershop and get it shaped up or whatever you want to call it. And, I'm getting like the other fellas where it's getting kind of thin, and pretty soon I'll be taking care of it all myself, HI. Have a good day. Thanks for what you do. And A2B, back to that.
Thank you, Charlie. And last on this list, before we go to some new radio check-ins, is Randy, W2RBC from West Sun and Kinnear.
Everyone on the morning crew.
I get my hair cut every 4 to 6 weeks. I find that it needs to be more often in the winter for some reason. And I also remember the ringers. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Thank you, Randy. Probably talk to you later today in zone. We got Mark from Plymouth. What is it? N0CKV. We'll put you on standby a minute, Mark. We got you via the text line. Let's take some radio check-ins. Anybody, anywhere? Twice and slowly. Twice and slowly. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
November 9, Echo Hotel Tango, and 98 Bay, good morning, in and out.
Mobile, in and out, good morning.
CJM, W2, CJM Mobile.
Delta, Bravo, Sierra. Kilo Delta 2, November, Lima Mobile, KD2NL Mobile.
November Whiskey 4, Quebec, NW4Q.
Golf, Sierra, Sierra, Kilo, Alpha 5, Golf, Sierra, Sierra.
KC1, QPL, KC1, QPL.
KD2, ZVH, Mobile, Kilo Delta 2, Z Victor Hotel, Mobile, in and out. Thank you.
CJM, W2, CJM Mobile.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out.
KC2, Daisy, KC2, Daisy, New York.
Let me hold up there, man. I got quite a list and I got quite a number of mobiles. Good morning to Robert in Hamburg, New York, KC2JZE. And I haven't heard that call for a long time. VA3 KTJ was in and out this morning. Charles, I guess you were in and out too. I think you were mobile, W2CJM in and out. And we got Jeff, KD2ZZH, was also mobile in and out. KC1QPL, I don't think you were mobile, but we got you down for a mobile. We got Shane, KA5GSS. Jim, NW4Q. We got Chip, he was mobile or is mobile, KD2NL. Chris was in and out, WB8PLV. David's going to stick around with us, W5DBS. Then who else do we go up to here? We had Doug, New Caney, Texas, going to stick around, N9EHT, along with Mark, via the text line, which I said earlier. Let me go to KD2NL, Mobile. Chip, good morning. And our question this morning, as you probably heard, how often you get your hair cut? Good morning.
Good morning, and the rest of the crew. I get my hair cut roughly every 8 weeks. So I'll say 33, you'll have a good day, and back to net, KD2NL Mobile.
Weeks it is. Thank you, sir. KC1QPL, now we got you down for mobile. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but I'll let you get in here. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Godfather. It is a mistake. I am portable, however. KC1QPL. Put me down for not often enough if you have that category. I'm looking pretty shaggy. It's a good reminder. I'll go see my friend the barber today. Anyway, have a good day, Dick. KC12PL, back to you, sir.
He's got you down 52 plus. Let's go to Mark, N0CKV. Good morning, Mark. Via the text line.
Good morning, Vic. Dick and Vicky will be down for 5 weeks. And 0CKV back to net.
5 weeks it is. By the time the next hour's up, we'll know, we'll have a good average on the morning brew haircuts. Morning to Doug, New Caney, Texas, N9EHT.
And my time frame is 6 to 7 weeks. Back to net control. Good morning to all. N98 today.
Final answer Vicky put in was 6 weeks. Thank you, sir. David in Houston, Texas, W5DBS.
Well, my hair was blonde, it turned brown, it turned black, it turned gray, now it's turning loose. I get mine done about every 8 weeks, whether it needs it or not. Enjoy the crew, guys. I really do. This is W5 TPS. Back to the net.
Vicky's got you down for cut whatever is there. How's that? New category. I still have most of mine, but mine turned gray at a very, very, very young age. My dad lost his. My sons all still have theirs with very little gray, so I don't know. I was been gray for many, many, many years. How about Jim? NW4Q. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky. Every month for me. Thanks.
Hey, every month. That was easy, wasn't it? Good morning to Shane, KA5GSS.
This is KA5GSS. I'm part of the Shave My Head crew because there's just patches left, so it is what it is. KA5GSS, back to net control. 7-3, everybody.
Thank you. Let's go to Robert in Hamburg, New York. Haven't heard you for a long time, Robert. KC2JZE. And this is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Good morning, Dick. I thought I'd hop in because the question is quite appropriate as I'm heading to my 86 number in Blaisdell, New York today. I go about once every 4 or 6 weeks to when it gets real shabby. Back to you, KC2JZE.
You did, you go by Bob, don't you? We got Robert just coming up on the log. You go by Bob, don't you?
That is correct, sir.
We got you in here now as Bob. You will be known as Bob from now on here on our log sheet. Yeah, good to hear. It's nice to see the Stars repeater connect up for the morning brew. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of activity from there, so we got to start drumming it up here. It's another repeater in Western New York that's connected up to the brew, and always encourage everybody to check in and use the system. Let's go to another Bob, Ecorse, Michigan. KQE, you Bob, what's the story with your hairdos?
Morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. I usually get it done anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, but actually I think it was 5 weeks yesterday. I got it cut yesterday because I had to go to a funeral today, but 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how short he cuts it. If he cuts it too short, I'm not going to be there as fast. But anyway, have a good day. KQAU, back to that.
Well, thank you, Bob. Good to hear you, as always. Next up is Andy, W2AJR. What's the story about the barbershops and Cheek Dog, Andy?
Good morning, Dick. Morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Well, I really do not like to have my hair cut. Don't know what it is, but I do it about every 4 months, and it's usually long overdue. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you, Dick.
Hey, Andy. Okay, Andy, every 4 months for Andy. Next up is Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico, KI5PMI. Come on, Bill.
Good morning, Dick, everybody on the Brew. I do every 2 weeks. Any more than that, and I look pretty much like a chia pet because I wear a buzz. So, rest of the day, just a little work. Hope everybody has a great day. KI5PMI. Back to Nick.
Thank you, Bill. We got you down for a buzz every 2 weeks. Leesburg, Florida, W3ICQ. Morning, Bob.
Good morning, everybody. And you can put me down for 8 weeks. This is W3ICQ. Everyone have a good day.
All right, thank you, Bob. Next up is Anna. Anna, where am I going to put you? What category? Good morning to you, KD3AJN. How often do you get your hair done?
Getting Vicky and the crew in there this morning. Well, that's a hard question for me because I have no set time. Sometimes I'll get it done twice a year, and sometimes I'll get it done when I feel like it. Everybody have a great day. KD3AJN.
Well, you know, we don't have a column for when you feel like it, but I think that's a good column, Anna. Thanks for being there. Let's take some new stations. Anybody anywhere? Radio check-ins here this morning. Anybody anywhere twice and slowly. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, along with Vicky, K8VKY, and I see the Zoom room filling up with our second shifters. Good morning, everybody. Call signs twice.
7 Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee.
KB2FX, KB2FX. Kilo,
KQ4 UAM, KQ4 UAM.
Juliet, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
Hey, 5.
Let me hold it up there. The last station I just heard, all I heard was 5. I got you, Frank, in Sugarland, Texas, KJ5DXB, but it was after Frank, I heard somebody, all we heard was a 5. Who was that station?
KJ5MEL. KJ5MEL. Jose in Oak Hill.
KJ5MEL, Jose in wherever. We didn't get it. Must be a new call sign. It's not coming up on our log, Jose, but we'll get to you in just a minute. Like I said, we got Frank. I got Kevin, KQ4QAM. Morning to Mike. North Collins, my friend Mike, KB2FX. Morning, Gene, KK4DIY. We got Henry, KI4KYS. And Ellen, what a pleasure this morning, Ellen. We haven't heard you for a while. N7WZI. Good morning to you. Good to hear you. And how often do you get your hair cut? The station, stand by, please. Ellen in Lubbock. Well, you're not in Lubbock. N7WZI. Ellen, are you still with us? Yes, I am. As far as haircuts go, it's slim to none. I'm working out in the sun now, and if I cut my hair short, it sunburns my neck. So, and I don't like that. So, it's beard and long hair for me. Put you down to 52 plus, Colin Allen. Good to hear you. And we had Ariel and a couple of new checks. We got you, Ariel. You might be mobile. I'll try to get to you in a minute. We got Michael, KF8EDQ, along with James from Spring, who will also probably be mobile. That came in on a text line. I'll try to get to you guys in just a minute. Let me go to Henry first. Lake Butler, Florida, KI4KYS.
Sir, this is Kilo India 40 Sierra. I get mine, as my old joking saying goes, says twice a year whether I need it or not.
Twice a year it is. Thanks for being here, Henry. How about Gene in Homosassa, Florida, KK4DIY?
Good morning, and this is KK4DIY, Gene in Homosassa. I get mine cut about every 16 weeks, and I wait till it gets shaggy, and then I make it look good again. KK4DIY 73.
Thanks, you, Gene. Good morning to Mike in North Collins, KB2FX. Good to hear you, and certainly it's nice to see the Stars repeater come up on the system in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Well, it's a beautiful day here. After I wrap up here, going to go hit the links. Go swing the clubs this morning. It's a beautiful day in Western New York. The question, it's an interesting question for a few of you who've met me. I don't really need a barber. I don't know how this will be entered, but I just do the self-buzz a couple times a week. Keep it low maintenance. Everybody have a great day. KB2FX. All right, thank you. Thank you, Mike. Good to hear you. I'm going to go to Ariel. He's usually mobile. W4RHC. Ariel, are you mobile this morning?
Just been there for a minute here on I-75, heading south out to Ocala this morning. This is Whiskey for Romeo and Charlie. I'm not sure what was the question of the day, but another day at work. I didn't win the lottery. I checked the tickets. If I did, I'd probably be heading down to the beach, but I didn't, so I'm here at work. So much fun.
Well, thank you for keeping all those public stores going, all those computers and Publix there in the state of Florida. But we need to know, how often do you get your hair cut, Ariel? That's our question this morning. How often do you get your hair cut?
don't have a lot of hair. I lost most of my hair when I was 18 years old. I did have a lot of hair until that time, but I still have to trim it every 2 or 3 weeks. And for those that live close to the Ocala area, there's a famous place there called Big Hall. I've been around for a long time, and it's on the side of the, mainly for male haircut, but the ladies can go in there too. They start at $5, and I said now they charge 10. So every time I come down to Ocala, I try to get my hair cut down here at Big Hall, because over here where I live is $25 to cut my short hair. It takes about 5 minutes to cut. That's what I do. Every 3 or 4 weeks I have to trim it down. W4RH.
I get mine cut once a week. Well, thank you, Ariel. You have a nice day. Everybody have a nice day. I'm going to send it over to LK8BAC with Kevin, KE7K on the log. Thank you, Miss Vicky, for your first hour. Have a good day, everybody. See you tomorrow. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. Morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great morning. It is Wednesday, I do believe. LKBAC. We're going to pick up where Dick left off. I think we got another mobile, AA5JW James in Spring, Texas. Today is how often you get your hair cut. Good morning, James.
Well, good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile, James in Spring. Kind of mobile and sitting still in traffic right now, but that's okay. Heading into work, and it's going to be another hot one today. We caught a fever in Houston yesterday. Officially, we got up to 100 degrees. I think it may happen again today. But you know what? Actually didn't feel too bad. Maybe I'm crazy. To the question at hand, how often do I get my hair cut? I'd say probably about every 5 weeks. You know, I probably should go in at a month, but I don't always make it right in. And usually my wife will look at me and ask me if I'm going to go pick up my sign and go stand on the corner and beg for money. And that's when I know I'm looking a little feral and it's time to get my hair cut. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to that. Everybody have a blessed day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Yeah, I understand 100%, James. I'm at the haircut point myself. I think it's been 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I think I'm a 6 weekser, to tell you the truth. When I look in the mirror and things just don't look right, it's time. We had a station check in, and it looked like it was KJ5MEL, but that call sign is not coming up. So I'm going to ask, is this a new call sign, KJ5MEL? KFH, DIC, KFH, Detroit, Rock City. I'll be with you in just a second, DRC. All right, here nothing from KJ5MEL. Let's go down to KF8EDQ, Michael in Saginaw, Michigan. Morning, Michael. How often do you get your hair cut?
Morning. Thank you for doing the net this morning. I'm still in Iosco County on vacation, so I am looking out on the Asabo River and seeing it is about 64 degrees and sunny here, and the answer to the question is it would take 4 weeks. Sort of occasion. Back to that KF8EDQ.
Well, all righty, Michael. Man, you enjoy that vacation. That's God's country up there. Been too long since I've been up in that area, so enjoy. And we got you down for 4 weeks.
Next up, N8 HLN, Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Good morning, Mike.
Northeastern Michigan, we're at 64 degrees and heading up to the high 80s, and the heat's coming in tomorrow, they tell us, so it'll be the last nice day here. Answer to the question would be every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks for me. And with that, we'll say 73 of the group, and we'll turn it back to net. HLN.
That must be a Michigan thing. That's me too. All righty, thank you. Have a great morning. Let's jump down to KI5 PVV Dan in Humble, Texas. Morning, Dan.
Good morning, everyone on the morning crew. This is KI5 PVV. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't have a set frequency. I guess when I start to get really saggy. But I would have to say probably 6 to 8 weeks before I get a haircut. I usually get it really short and then just let it dry out. And as long as it starts getting bushy, it's time to go do it again. Back to you there. This is KI5.
All righty, thanks for checking in this morning, Dan. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe even after this morning Brew, I might have to head out and get my hair cut. It's supposed to be back up in the 90s the rest of the week, so it's about time. Let's jump down to W8, WHK, Bill in North Fort Myers, Florida. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. It's about 77 degrees here and partly cloudy. Going to be hot again. This is a tough one for me. I'll say maybe 6 or 7 weeks, every 6 or 7 weeks. Usually, my son cuts it all off, leaves a little fuzz behind, and then my wife says, "Oh, it's time to get your hair cut," and then she'll trim around my ears, and then eventually I have to have my son cut it off again. I can't remember the last time I was in a barber shop. It's been years and years. So I just go through that, cut it off, let it grow back, cut it off, let it grow back routine. So the answer is 6 to 7 weeks. Okay, back to you, 7-3. This is W8, WHK.
All righty, Bill. Have a great morning. Enjoy it. KF8, DRC, Jack. You're up and around this morning. Good morning. How often do you get your hair cut?
Good morning, everyone. I go to a place to go get my hair cut every 5 weeks.
All righty, there's a man with a straight answer. Jack, have a great day. Thanks for checking in this morning. Got a couple of text check-ins here. We got KD2YUY, Charles in Syracuse. K4KU, Jason in Atlanta, Georgia. We have BE3TCS, Tim in Windsor, Ontario. Let's jump to KD2YUI, Charles in Syracuse. Good morning.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody listening out of the Brew. Still not in Syracuse, but heading that way today. On vacation in Ohio. And, well, it's been about 5-6 weeks, and I think I am due for a haircut. So put me down for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. 73L back to net control, KD2, YUY.
All righty, 6 weeks it is. Thank you, Charles. Next up, K4KU, Jason in Atlanta. Good morning, Jason.
Hey, good morning, everybody on the Brew crew today. It's going to be another hot one in Atlanta, but we have some rain coming in, might cool it down a bit. And aside from that, I get my hair cut just about every 2 weeks, and they take care of my beard while I'm there, too. So it's kind of a good experience. Of course, it costs a lot in Atlanta, but it's worth it. This is K4KU, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jason. It's one of our net controllers. They call it Hot Atlanta for a reason.
Next up, VE3 TCS, Tim, Windsor, Ontario. Good morning, Tim.
Hey, good morning, VE3 TCS here. I go usually the first Tuesday of the month on my way across town. The shop opens at 8. We're out of there by 9. He does my hair, and I keep a short and cropped beard. VE3 TCS, back to next. Thank you.
All righty, thank you, Tim. Have a great day. Sounds good. Come to that GM repeater. That takes us down to the bottom of the list. This is Al, KABAC, along with Kevin, KE7K. Let's mobile check-ins. Mobiles only. If you're on the way to work, you're running late, shame. So you might as well play radio. Come with your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, CQ4, ORK, mobile.
Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles. Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles, mobile.
That station that just hit the Grand Rapids repeater, I think that was what we just had. You are at the end of your string. I don't know, take just a second, try it again, or give me another shot and see if we can get your call sign out of there.
Charlie 8, Foxtrot, Mary Tango, KC8, FMT.
All right, we got the Kilo Charlie 8 Foxtrot something Tango, and I know who this is, but I just got to get that other letter there. KC8F what? I think this is Richard in Grand Rapids, KC8FMT. Man, you're right. You're in and out, so you must be going through some of the hills or something, or just off that repeater. So we'll give you a try. Any other mobile stations want to come now to call signs?
W5E, Whiskey 5, Victor, Echo Oscar, mobile. KE2GAT, KE2GAT.
We got KE2GAT, Walter and Lynbrook, New York. All right. Let's jump up to the top of this list. Question of the day, how often do you get your hair cut? We had KE2GAT, W5DEO, Doug in Lubbock. KC8 Grand Rapids, who is kind of up and down. I don't know. We might try him first just to see if we can get him again. WGC, Kevin in Homosassa. KQ4ORK, Barry in Apopka, Florida. Let's see if we can get KC8FMT, see if he's back in that Grand Rapids repeater. Question of the day, how often do you get your hair cut? KC8FMT. Richard, how you doing this morning?
Doing good. Haircuts probably 3 a year. Thanks much, KC8FMT clear.
You must have got into a clear area. We got to that time. 3 a year. You're making us do math. We're not supposed to math on the morning brew. Have a great day. Safe travels, Richard. Let's jump up to KQ4ORK, Barry in Apopka, Florida. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. I'm going to have to say 12 to 16 weeks, so whenever she tells me I'm looking too shaggy. Although last time around I took to my razor and I buzzed my head myself, so I think I'm going to save $30 every 12 to 16 weeks from now on.
Hope everybody has a great day. Back to net control. 73, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Alrighty, Barry. Have a great day. Safe travels out there. Next up, KB2 WGC, Kevin in Homosassa. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning to the crew. Anytime I get shaggy, so it's like about 8 weeks or so. And we'll catch everybody again tomorrow, KB2WGC.
Alrighty, thank you, Kevin. Have a great day. Next up, we got W5 VEO Doug in Lubbock, Texas. Good morning, Doug.
Yeah, good morning to all on the Brew crew, and I'd have to say about every 16 weeks or 3 times a year. And it's way overdue now, so 73 to all, and W5 VEO Mobile, back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Doug. Have a great day. Finally, on the mobile stations, we have KE2GAT Walter in Lynbrook, New York. Good morning, Walt.
Yeah, good morning to everyone on the Brew crew. I have to say my answer would be once every 4 weeks. And that's the way it's been for a long time. And I'll say KGA.
Alright, thank you. Well, broke up a little bit, yeah, but we got all your answer and everything. Have a great day. I see we had KY4NB Scott in Memphis check in via text. We had KK7ZSH Jason Milwaukee, Oregon via text. Let's do general check-ins. General check-ins. Come now the call signs twice and slowly.
Oscar Lima, Kilo Delta 5 Oscar Lima Mobile, Prospect, Texas, in and out.
82 IWN, KD2 IWN.
Kilo Charlie 72 Foxtrot Golf Delta, 2 Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta.
6 Lima, November India, K6LM. I will be in and out.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. With a wide open band this morning. KJ5MEL, KJ5MEL, Jose in Austin, Texas.
All right, we'll hold it up right there. We had KJ5MEL jumping back in. Jose, is that a new call sign?
Brand new, printed yesterday. I just took my test on Saturday. This is Jose in Austin, Texas.
Well, Jose, congratulations. You passed. You're brand new. Yeah, they don't have you in QRZ yet, so it's not populating, so that's why we were asking. So we'll just get right to you first, seeing how you're right here. And like I said, congratulations on passing, and welcome to amateur radio. So glad you can be here. Question of the day, how often do you get your hair cut?
If I can get away with it from my wife, it's 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. If not, she'll have me. And she'll take her hands and get to my hair. So, thank you all. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very excited. My first transition ever.
right, Jose. I'm glad you can make that transition with the morning brew. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, hey, jump in and say good morning to us every day. And congratulations once again. All right, let's go up through the rest of this list. We had WA8CLG, Doug in Homosassa. We had my buddy Bob down in Sylvania, Ohio, WD8PIC. We had K6LNI, Lancelot, Hayward, California. He was in and out this morning. KC3FGD, Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. KD2IWM, Tim in Hamburg, New York. We had KD5OL, Neil in Mansfield, Texas. He was in and out. Thanks for sticking your head in and saying good morning, Neil. KK7ZSH, Jason, Milwaukee, Oregon. Let's jump up to KY4NB, Scott, Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning, Scott. How often do you get your hair cut?
Morning, everybody on the Brew Crew, and Brother Randall, if he's listening there in Spring, Texas. I'm going to go with every 2 months in a perfect world, and it's not perfect. Elvis had his own hairstylist, and I do not. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks to Miss Vicky. 7-3's off. KY4NB from Elvis Barbecue Land.
All right, thank you, Scott. Have a great day. Yeah, Miss Vicky had to bail on us this morning. She left us to our own devices. Thank goodness I got Kevin, KE7K, logging for me. My fingers, I'm not even awake yet, so my fingers probably would not be able to wrap around the keyboard already. Let's jump down to KK7ZSH, Jason in Milwaukee, Oregon. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning out there. Well, thanks for doing the net. Hey, Kevin, thanks for taking over for Vicky. We all appreciate that, probably just as much as you do. Anyway, yeah, I get my hair cut once a month, pretty much like clockwork. It's been like that for a lot of years since I got in the military, honestly. And I'm long since retired now, so it's been a while since I've been doing once a month. Anyway, hope everybody has a great morning. 73 to all. KK7ZSH.
All right, thank you, Jason. Yeah, my intentions are every 4 weeks, but it usually works out every 6 to 8 weeks. So let's jump down to KD2IWN, Tim in Hamburg, New York. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. This is KD2IWN. Yeah, I try to get it done every 5 weeks, so it's every 5 to 6 weeks, somewhere in there. And it's been that way for a while for me as well. Very sunny, beautiful, warm couple days ahead of us here in Western New York. Time to enjoy summer. 73, this is KD2IWN.
All right, thank you, Tim. Have a great day. Let's jump down to KC3FGD, Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, everyone on the Brew. Approximately once a month, my wife has been doing it as long as I can remember. Does a great job. Beautiful day here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and heading up to the wood shop here shortly. KC3FGD, back to net control.
All righty, Ray. Have a great morning. Let's jump down to WD8PIC, Bob, down south of me in Sylvania, Ohio. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, WD8PIC. First of all, the 2 meters is open hugely. 2 and 440 are open hugely. Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Pennsylvania. So when you're done with the brew, in fact, when I get done here, I'm going to go away, and any frequency that doesn't have an East Coast reflector tying it up, nothing against this group because I love it, but I'm going to be DXing. About every maybe 2 months at the I don't time it, but when it gets long enough to where it gets down over my ears, I like it about a 1 or a 2. I like it real short. So I get it, when it gets down, and I get a hold of a friend of mine, and he comes over. I have the equipment, and he just comes over and and he usually times it to where he might have something else to help me out with also. And he cuts the hair for me, and I appreciate it. Everyone have a great day and enjoy the good tropospheric ducting this morning. There is, just to give you one example, I'm hearing a VE3 repeater. I'm hearing it in two places. I'm hearing it on the J8E repeater here on 147.345, and it's also linked into 444.1, which is PUTs. So I'm going to go tune around and see what I can come up with. Everyone have a great morning. WD8PIC, and enjoying the good conditions.
All righty, thanks, Bob. Have a great day. Yeah, it's a good day to play around on 2 meter. See what you can come up with. Let's jump down to WA8CLG. Doug and Homestead checking in via text. Good morning, Doug.
This is WA8CLG. Good morning, everybody. And everything's going fine here. Beautiful day, sunshine just coming up. And for as far as haircuts, about every 6 to 8 weeks, put down 6 weeks, unless there's something else going on that I think I need to be presentable. I might go a little early, but other than that, head and do a little bit of shopping this morning, and then get on with the rest of the day. Everybody have a good one. WA8CLG, back to you, Al.
All righty, thank you, Doug. Have a great day. Had a couple more text checks. N5JOJ Bill in Tulekwa, Oklahoma. 82KP Stephen in Brooklyn, New York, and K4ITA Leo in Fort Lauderdale. Let's jump to Bill, N5JOJ. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, top of the morning to the Brew crew there. I tell you, here on the res in northeast Oklahoma, it's been hot. Like something, so really hot here, but no rain. We're looking for rain, hopefully within the next few weeks, but it's been dry and hot. And very interesting question. Now, you're going to find this very interesting. I haven't cut my hair in 30 years, and you would think my hair would be down to the floor, but it's just down to the middle of my back. It doesn't grow anymore, or I don't know, but anyhow, it's been at least 30 years since I cut my hair. So there you go on that. And everyone have a super day. And don't forget Thursday night at 7:30 on the Res Chat conference on Echolink, or 55-101 on All-Star. We have our Thursday night Res Chat net. So drop on by, Coast folks, say hi. But anyhow, everyone have a super day. N5JOJ, back to net control. Love that text check-in.
All righty, thank you, Bill. All right, yeah, the rest of that. People have to look that one up and check in. Thanks for checking in this morning, Bill. Yep, love that text line. Next up, 82KP, living in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning.
We're down for 3 weeks. I hope everyone has a fabulous, blessed day. This is 82KP, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Stephen. Have a good day. Next up, we have last on this list, K4ITA, Leo, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Good morning, Leo.
Good morning from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. 84 degrees at this time, a bit cloudy and windy. And yeah, I do once a month. My wife does it quickly, 3, 4, 5 minutes, boom, boom, done. Very little air here. Okay, have everybody a great day. This is K4ITA, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Leo. So we had a barber here. Didn't have hardly any hair at all. He'd still take about 25, 30 minutes just to make you feel good about yourself. All righty, that takes us down to the end of the list. This is Al, KABAC, along with Kevin, KE7K, logging for me.
Let's take some general check-ins. General check-ins. Come now to call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Mobile in and out.
Whiskey Bravo 5, India Tango Tango, WB5 ITT. 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie, Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie, in and out.
Alpha 3 Echo Romeo Yankee, BA3RY mobile in and out 10-3.
KD4 DRP, Kilo Delta 4, Delta Romeo Papa.
November Whiskey 3 United in W3U.
W2KJV, W2KJV.
Alrighty, I'll tell you who we got here. First of all, let's acknowledge our in and out stations. We had BA3 ERY Eduardo, LaSalle, Ontario, K2AAC Art, Tonawanda, New York, and KE2BDO Richard, Schuyler Falls, New York. We had W2KJV Tony in Homosassa, one of our facilitators, NW3U David, Garner, North Carolina, KD4DRP David, Alachua, Florida. And we had Chris, WP5ITT in Beaumont, Texas, who's very obviously not on the road and probably hasn't had enough coffee yet, judging by the sound of his voice. Now, I know we had a double in there, so if you're one of the ones that got doubled on, come back with your call sign twice and slowly.
Slow 5 Mike Papa Hotel, K5MTH, in and out. Like we did get GM0RML Art in Scotland. So, all right, let's jump up to the top of this list. Hold on just a moment. Okay, that's better. I ran out of fingers there for a minute. WB5ITT Chris in Beaumont, Texas. Question of the day, Chris, how often do you get your hair cut? Good morning.
Good morning, sir, and the rest of the crew. And I'm sure some of the ECR folks who met me at Dayton are probably laughing at this. What is this hair that you're talking about? I haven't had a haircut in probably over 15 years since I started shaving. It just happened that way. When I was living in Houston, I woke up on a Monday morning and realized that I forgot to get my hair trimmed, so I decided, well, I'll do it in the bathroom. And I'm sitting there with the scissors, and snap, and this big chunk falls off, and all of a sudden my head looks like a piece of lopsided meat, and I went, oh no. So I just took the clippers out, and when I walked into the office, my boss did a double take on me and asked me what the heck happened. I said, well, I got too close to the scissors, and it stayed that way. So, zero. It saves me bucks. I go to Walmart and get these plastic safety two-bladed razors for like $3, and that lasts me a month and gives me a good clean shave. So, anyhow, hope everybody's having a good morning, and we'll see y'all later. WB5ITT back to that.
All righty, thank you, Chris. Have a great morning. Let's jump down to KD4 DRP David, Alachua, Florida. Good morning, David.
Good morning from KD4 DRP. Question of the day, answer for me is usually twice a year, and that's about it from me.
All right, twice a year it is. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's go to another David, NW3U in Garner, North Carolina. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning to everybody on the Brew this morning, NW3U here. I like to once every 10 weeks or so, I get my hair cut. It doesn't grow as much as it used to, so. All right. Thanks for having me in here to see you this morning. I hope everybody has a good day. NW3U.
Interference there. Must be that up that Bob was talking about. 10 weeks it is. Let's go down to one of our facilitators, W2KJV, Tony in Homosassa. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, everyone on the Morning Brew. Tony here in Homosassa. I get my hair cut probably once every 6 to 8 weeks. Back to you, Al. Hope everyone has a great day. W2KJV.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a great day. We had K5MPH Michael in Brownsville. He was in and out this morning. Thanks for sticking your head in and saying good morning, Michael. Finally on this list, we have GM0RML, Art in Scotland. Good morning, Art. GM0RML, Art, you with us? Yeah, he must have moved on. All right, well, that takes us to the bottom of another list. Let's start another list of general check-ins. General check-ins. Come down to call signs twice and slowly.
November 8, Mike Julia, November, and 8, MJN, mobile.
Kilo 5, Yankee November uniform, K5 YNU, mobile.
Kilo Alpha 1, Delta Mike Alpha, KA1, DMA, mobile.
November 1, Whiskey Echo Bravo. November 1, Whiskey Echo Bravo.
Alrighty, that's a good little list. Let's go through that. We had a couple of text check-ins. We had some mobile check-ins. Let's go right on up the list. We had N1WEB Webb in Collierville, Tennessee. We had KA1D in Grand Isle, Vermont. He's mobile. KC2JPQ Frank in Lancaster checking in via text. K5YNU Florin, Conroe, Texas. He's mobile. N1CBM Carlo. B1DXN Darrell, and that's in New Hampshire. He's checking in via text. Let's jump over to Marson, N8, MJN, in Sterling Heights. Question of the day, how often do you cut your hair? Morning, Marson.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew. This is N8MJN.
I get my hair cut traditionally once a month, but if there is a lot of business travel, it goes down about every 2 weeks. With that, I'll send it back to the control. Everybody have a great day. Happy hump day. 70.
All right, thank you, Martin. I don't miss business travel at all, so have fun, be safe on the roads up there. Next, K5, YNU, Florida and Conroe. Good morning.
Good morning, Al. Everyone, boarding Brew Crew. Every 2 months for me. Every 2 months. Back to the net control. Everyone have a blast Wednesday. Make some good memories. K5, YNU. Back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Florence. Have a great day. Next mobile we have is KA1DMA, Dave in Grand Isle, Vermont. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. This is KA1DMA, and I just got my hair cut yesterday, so I'm good for another 4 to 6 weeks if all goes well. Things are running the net, and 73 to all.
All righty, thank you, Dave. Have a great day. Okay, jumping back up to the text check-ins, we have WB1 DXN Daryl in Epsom, New Hampshire. Good morning, Daryl.
Morning, Vicky and Alan and the rest of the Brew Crew. From balmy, what do we got here? 63 degrees, 17 Celsius. We're going to have a high of about 27 Celsius. I get my hair cut about two times a year. Maybe something special that they'll have to clip it for me for 3 times per year. But that's all I do. There was an interesting story about the one guy, how he started, but I remember working with a guy who actually worked with another guy that every time the guy's boss talked to him about his hair, he went another month without cutting it. And they get talked about it again, he went another month without cutting it. So be careful what you say. Everybody keep safe out there, situational awareness, and make sure that whatever you're doing, you have an out in case something happens drastically real quick. Everybody have a great day. WB1 DXN.
All righty, thank you, Daryl. Have a great day yourself. Next up, our aeronautical net controller N1 CBM Carlos in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, Carlos.
Morning, Al, Vicky, the rest of the crew. It's still overcast here since yesterday with the storms we had for the 6 hours at the end of the day. We're practically underwater yesterday. And I do not have that much hair, but I cut it every 2 to 3 weeks because it grows like crazy. Whatever I have, it grows like crazy. So that's my number, 2 to 3 weeks. And once again, back to you, Al.
All right, thank you, Carlos. Have a good day. Let's jump to KC2, JPQ, Frank in Lancaster. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Al, and everybody listening to the Brew. About every 6 weeks I get a haircut, sometimes a little longer. Depends how unruly it gets, but usually 6 weeks. So have a great day, Al. Good talking to you again. And 73 is KC2 JPQ.
All right, Frank, have a great day yourself. Let's go down to Webb in Collierville, N1WEB. Good morning, Webb.
Thank you, Al and Vicky. You can put me down for every 2 to 3 months. My wife cuts my hair, and I give her a tip every time, so I looked it up, and I guess I learned something from that. I think I have to tip her a little bit more so I can get my hair cut more often. N1 WEB, back to the net.
All righty, thank you, Webb. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Got a couple more text check-ins here. Let's go to KQ4 UAM, Kevin in Interlachen, Florida. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, everyone on the crew. I gotta say, about every 6 months, and when I get it cut, it's a buzz cut, and it works pretty good because it is a very slow grower. Hope everybody has a good day. Stay safe. Well,
KQ4 UAM, back to the net. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, my hair, it still grows pretty quickly, except for one 3-inch diameter spot in the back of my head. It's quick growing. All right, thanks for checking in. PUT Dan, one of our facilitators, and I know he's not in Milan. He's up north gallivanting around. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Alan, and everybody else on the net. Yes, I am up north gallivanting around and loving it. Yeah, my hair still grows pretty quick, too. And I get a haircut when the missus says, you need your haircut. And then she cuts it. So it's a loosely defined time period based on the mood of the missus. Back to you, W2PUT in Antioch, Michigan.
All right. Enjoy that time up there. And man, those nice cool mornings we've had lately, oh my goodness, it's hard to get out of bed. Couple more text check-ins. Let's go to W2EM Chuck over in Lancaster. Good morning, Chuck.
Well, good morning, Al, and the rest of the crew. Well, my wife is a hairdresser. She's my barber. So it's whenever she gets the equipment out, that's when I get a haircut. That's usually about every maybe 5-6 weeks. I still have a pretty good crop of hair that grows pretty good. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Al, and everybody have a great day. It's a beautiful day here in Western New York. W2EM.
All right, thank you, Chuck. You have a great day. Last on this list, KJ4LXJ Rex in Crystal River, Florida. Good morning, Rex.
Good morning to you and the Brew crew. I get my hair cut probably about every 6 to 8 weeks. It's pretty thin and not much left of it, but what is left, it gets a little wild once in a while. You guys have a wonderful day, and hope to talk to you again here shortly. We're leaving to go on vacation tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'm going to jump on tomorrow or Friday, but possibly the following Monday. KJ4LXJ, back to the net.
List. Let's get a good one in here. Come now to call signs twice and slowly.
November 8, Mike, Romeo, Sierra. November 8, Mike, Romeo, Sierra.
KF0MHN, KF0MHN.
KJ5 RMW. KJ5 RMW.
Alrighty, we got KJ5 IMW, Robert in Houston, Texas. KF0MHN, Bill in East Bethel, Minnesota. We had N8 MRS, Michael, Norwood, Ohio. Who else? Company call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo November 4, Tango Tango Bravo, KN4, TTB. In and out this morning.